Nobody prepares you for the moment when life stops asking what you want and starts demanding what you can handle. Nobody tells you that growing up doesn't feel like freedom. It feels like responsibility slowly sitting on your chest. Nobody warns you that one day you'll wake up tired, not because you didn't sleep, but because life is heavy. Nobody prepares you for realizing that hard work doesn't always guarantee success, but quitting guarantees regret. Nobody tells you that the people you love the most may slowly become strangers without a fight or a reason. Nobody prepares you for how lonely adulthood can feel, even when you are surrounded by people. Nobody warns you that life will test your patience before it rewards your effort. Nobody tells you that sometimes doing your best still won't be enough for the wrong people. Nobody prepares you for the pain of outgrowing people you once couldn't live without. Nobody warns you that silence will become your strongest and most painful teacher. Nobody prepares you for the moment you realize that nobody is coming to save you. Nobody tells you that being strong often means crying alone and showing up anyway. Nobody prepares you for how fast time moves once responsibilities replace dreams. Nobody warns you that motivation fades and discipline becomes the real key to survival. Nobody tells you that sometimes you will miss people who were never good for you. Nobody prepares you for the guilt of resting in a world that rewards constant productivity. Nobody warns you that adulthood comes with bills, pressure, and expectations. Nobody explains. Nobody tells you that your biggest battles will happen inside your own mind. Nobody prepares you for learning things the hard way because life doesn't offer tutorials. Nobody warns you that being kind doesn't protect you from being misunderstood. Nobody prepares you for realizing that happiness is not permanent, and that's okay. Nobody tells you that chasing success can sometimes cost your peace. Nobody prepares you for the fear of not becoming who you once promised yourself you'd be. Nobody warns you that life will humble you when you least expect it. Nobody tells you that some apologies will never come, and some closers are silent. Nobody prepares you for the emotional exhaustion of pretending everything is fine. Nobody warns you that the world keeps moving, even when you are struggling to breathe. Nobody tells you that self-respect sometimes means walking away without explanation. Nobody prepares you for the strength it takes to keep going without recognition. Nobody warns you that dreams change when reality hits harder than imagination. Nobody prepares you for realizing that consistency matters more than talent. Nobody tells you that healing is not linear, and setbacks don't mean failure. Nobody prepares you for the pressure of being okay when you're not. Nobody warns you that some people only support you until you start doing better than them. Nobody tells you that life will teach you lessons repeatedly until you finally learn. Nobody prepares you for the moment you stop explaining yourself to everyone. Nobody warns you that peace feels boring after chaos, but it's priceless. Nobody tells you that you will become stronger than the things that once broke you. Nobody prepares you for choosing growth over comfort again and again. Nobody warns you that confidence comes after surviving your worst days. Nobody prepares you for realizing that your parents are human too, with fears and mistakes. Nobody tells you that independence sometimes feels like isolation. Nobody prepares you for the fear of falling behind while others move ahead. Nobody warns you that comparison quietly steals your joy. Nobody tells you that real success often looks boring from the outside. Nobody prepares you for how powerful small daily habits really are. Nobody warns you that some chapters end without a warning. Nobody tells you that patience is built through pain, not comfort. Nobody prepares you for trusting yourself after being disappointed repeatedly. Nobody warns you that inner peace is louder than external applause. Nobody prepares you for learning how to be alone without feeling lonely. Nobody tells you that sometimes survival itself is an achievement. Nobody prepares you for redefining success on your own terms. Nobody warns you that life rewards those who keep showing up quietly. Nobody tells you that strength often looks like rest, not hustle. Nobody prepares you for forgiving yourself for things you didn't know back then. Nobody warns you that healing requires honesty with yourself. Nobody tells you that you don't need to prove your worth to anyone. Nobody prepares you for choosing peace over being right. Nobody warns you that growth sometimes feels like loss. Nobody prepares you for becoming your own support system. Nobody tells you that discipline builds the life motivation dreams about. Nobody prepares you for learning to move in silence. Nobody warns you that respect is more valuable than attention. Nobody tells you that life isn't fair, but it's still meaningful. Nobody prepares you for standing alone for what you believe in. Nobody warns you that comfort zones quietly destroy potential. Nobody tells you that consistency beats intensity every time. Nobody prepares you for trusting the process without seeing results. Nobody warns you that some losses are actually Nobody prepares you for finding strength in routines. Nobody tells you that your pace is valid even if it's slower. Nobody prepares you for choosing long-term peace over short-term pleasure. Nobody warns you that self-belief is built, not given. Nobody tells you that quiet progress is still progress. Nobody prepares you for letting go of who you were to become who you need to be. Nobody warns you that resilience grows through repeated failures. Nobody tells you that you are allowed to start over. Nobody prepares you for the power of discipline on hard days. Nobody warns you that your story doesn't have to look like anyone else's. Nobody prepares you for realizing that survival teaches wisdom. Nobody tells you that life becomes lighter when you stop explaining yourself. Nobody prepares you for believing in yourself when no one else does. Nobody warns you that peace is a daily choice. Nobody tells you that self-growth requires uncomfortable honesty. Nobody prepares you for trusting timing you don't understand. Nobody warns you that some endings create space for better beginnings. Nobody tells you that you are stronger than your hardest days. Nobody prepares you for finding purpose in struggle. Nobody warns you that healing changes how you see everything. Nobody prepares you for realizing that life isn't about perfection. Nobody tells you that progress matters more than speed. Nobody prepares you for embracing uncertainty. Nobody warns you that acceptance brings freedom. Nobody tells you that life rewards courage, not comfort. Nobody prepares you for standing tall after falling apart. Nobody warns you that inner peace is the real success. Nobody tells you that you are doing better than you think. Nobody prepares you for realizing that you survived everything so far. Nobody warns you that this reality, as hard as it is shaping the strongest version of you.